guys, it's Mark from Death Angel, back after quite a while hiatus, answering the new Q&A. It will be much more consistent from now on. And it's from Sophia, from France. Hi Mark, I hope you're doing well. First I want to let you know that you're one of my favorite vocalists. Thank you, Sophia. Your voice truly makes me shiver from the inside. The other, in parentheses after that, the other amazing one capable of this is Mr. Robert Plant. Wow, that's pretty amazing company, and I'm glad I could have that effect on you. My question is there any songs that you especially enjoy to sing on stage? If so, which ones? Well, it's hard because I love playing live, so I just get off on the energy of. But if there's any ones I always look forward to playing, some of my favorites would always be. I love doing Lord of Hate. I also am very fond of Thrown to the Wolves. Is definitely one of my favorite live ones to sing, and Man Alive. Devil Incarnate, and then for picking off the new record, the new record, I might even say Opponents at Sides, or I Chose the Sky, and those are the ones that I particularly love doing live. But you know, again, I love every song that I'm out there doing it, as long as, you know, people aren't throwing things at me, and I'm making people like Sophia shiver from the inside. So I guess that's it, and thank you very much for your question, Sophia. I'm glad we can get it to you. Sorry it took a while, but we're going to hit the road now, and these things will be much more consistent. Thanks again. See you out there.
Hey, this is Damien from Death Angel. This is coming from Rodrigo Ramirez. It says, if you do a collaboration with any artist, who would it be? I think, without a doubt, Black Sabbath. All the way, jam with Geezer and alongside those guys. That'd have to be it.
Okay, hey, what's up? This is Rob from Death Angel. And question from Pete Cure from California. Since Death Angel reformed in the early 21st century, do you feel the demand is higher for the band now than, say, the Act 3 era? Well, okay, this is a loaded question in such a way that, well, see, you have to point out the way that the scene is in the whole thing, too. So, you know, in the Act 3 era, I'd have to say, you know, no, I mean, we were probably bigger in the scene at the time for what it was, because the scene was like totally exploded into its, you know, heyday, and there weren't quite as many bands out there, so, you know, we had the momentum, and we had just put out a record on a major label, Act 3. We had like this fucking crazy tour support and a lot of, you know, big machine behind us, basically. So, you know, we were playing bigger places, certain places, like in the States, for instance, but the scene was bigger for thrash at that point in time, in general, so it's hard to say, but for now, the demand for us is quite nice. We enjoy it, you know, we have fucking killer shows all across the world. We've been playing places that we never did play, even back then, so, you know, it's kind of hard to say. I think our demand is just as cool in every era that we're playing, you know, so far for us, and it's definitely growing, so thanks for the question.
Hey, this is Will Carroll, San Francisco's local representative for DirecTV, and I also play drums in Death Angel, so I'm going to answer a question from Matt from Greece. And top 5 metal bands. My top 5, he didn't say my favorite top 5 metal bands, so I'm just going to name the top 5 metal bands that come to mind. Slave Raider, no, I'm just kidding. My favorite, top 5 favorite metal bands. Judas Priest, Shock. Wow, I just smoked a bowl with Rob, so I'm running slow here. I keep on thinking of rock bands like Kiss and BOC. My favorite metal bands: Judas Priest, King Diamond / Merciful Fate, Voivod. God, I'm really stoned if I couldn't even think of Voivod. Voivod, Celtic Frost, and shit. There's so many others. Big Tie all the way around. Coroner. Alright, there you go. And that's just off the top of my stoned head. But Judas Priest will always be in there. And the other 4, and Voivod will always be in there. The other 3 depends on when you catch me and what my mood is. But right now it's Judas Priest, Voivod, Celtic Frost, Coroner, and what was the 5th band I said? King Diamond, Merciful Fate. Alright!
Hey, this is Ted from Death Angel, and this question comes from Wrath, from our message board. He asks, what the fuck does tapes mean? Huh. Tapes